Joanne Van Duesen of the Lighting Place at 4919 Main Street in Manchester Center. Joanne, good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to see you. And what have you brought with you?
Well, I brought one of our lamps that's American-made. One of the things that we're proud about in our store is that we have a lot of items that are made in the United States. And this is made in New Mexico and Arizona by Native Americans. And it's made of ironwood, which is a protected tree, so they can only use the branches that fall down on the desert floor. And this is just a cute one with a bear and a little fish in his mouth.
See, I would have that. I would have. Well, A, I would own that. But B, I would have that pegged as something that was made from wood up here in Vermont or somewhere in New England and made by people up here. But that's really made down in the Southwest?
It is. New Mexico and Arizona.
Now, you've been here since 1988.
We have.
Why? What made you come to Manchester? What made you come to Vermont? And what's been the secret to 27 years of great success?
Hard work. We originally came on vacation, and my husband at the time worked at IBM and took early retirement. He wanted to own a store, so we bought the Lighting Place. It was an existing company, and I was reluctant, and it turned out he was so-so about it, and I loved it.
No kidding.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
And you've just had what seems to be the best time with it.
We have. We enjoy it. We have a lot of very interesting customers. We have a wide variety of things that we sell, and every day is interesting. And I like that.
Yeah. Now, where are you originally from?
Originally from Westchester, New York.
Oh, okay. So Westchester County. I'm from
Yes.
Putnam County, so that's home sweet home.
Yes, it is.
And it is great up here, and you've obviously made quite a life up here for yourself.
We have. It was a good move. We enjoyed it. Our children went to BBA, and when they got to college, found that they had a really good foundation for college, and that was nice to hear.
Wow.
It seems commonplace for people from down our area or other locations to move here when they come up here on vacation, to just decide we're going to stay. Is that, am I accurate in that?
I think so. A lot of the people that I've met over the years moved here. They're not native Manchesterites. They've moved here from Connecticut, from a lot from New York. When we first were here, one of the taglines we used in our advertising is, keep that Vermont spirit. And there is that. When you cross the border from any other state and it says, welcome to Vermont, it feels different.
It does.
It's a different pace, and it's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
It is. I know when I got to the line, and I said this yesterday a few times, I got to the state line, saw the mountain, and it was just and this is going to sound hokey, but almost spiritually you go to another place. All you see is mountains and sky.
Yes.
And it's kind of like a different feeling.
It is.
All over as you're like, wow, this really is. You realize you're surrounded by beauty.
You are, and we can look out our front windows and see the mountains across the way, and you can see the storms coming in. It'll be snowing over there, not here yet, but you know it's coming. It's beautiful.
We saw that same thing the other night down at the Wilburton Inn as we were standing outside our villa, and you could just watch the rain coming down off of Mount Equinox to come right over to where we were standing. Josh Fisher and Kate Chaplinsky and myself and a few others were standing out there and just amazed at this. And it's a beautiful sight. You don't want the rain, but it's an amazing sight.
And the clouds drift over the mountains. Do
Yes.
you remember years ago the movie Brigadoon?
Yes.
It always reminds me of that.
Oh, yes.
Now, Joanne, how about, a lighting store? What do you offer, and, what are the different styles, and, what all can we find when we walk through the door?
Anything you want. We have table lamps, floor lamps, chandeliers, outside lighting, monorail cable. I could go on, but whatever you need, we have. What we do offer that a lot of lighting stores don't is light bulbs. We can get you almost anything you want. We order every Monday, so we can get it for you the following day. You'd have it the following day.
Wow. And
we do lamp shades. Many are made in the United States, and we will special order shades for you. We also have a lamp repair area. Our gentleman comes in twice a week, so bring in a lamp, and we can take an old lamp and make it new again and hopefully get a new shade. Looks brand new.
Now, do you have both newly made and vintage antique lights?
Mostly we have brand new. Occasionally we have some that we call vintage or refurbished. Every once in a while I'll see something that I think, oh, we should have that. In fact, I was at one of the consignment stores and I saw a lamp that no longer is manufactured, and I sold it to the person who originally purchased it.
Oh, wow.
So I bought it again, and we put new socket and new shade on it, and new wiring, and sold it again. Recycling.
That's right.
Yeah, truly is. Now, there are a lot of older houses here. Do you find any of them that require special bulbs or?
Not so much special bulbs as you have to take into account the ceiling heights in these homes. If they're 7'6" as opposed to 8, which is more common, if you're going to hang a light, you've got to be sure you have enough room for it.
Yeah.
And hanging it over a table, you have to make sure that you've got, again, enough room for it and enough light. Bulbs, there are so many bulbs on the market today that they boggle your mind. And the new LED bulbs, that's what a lot of our customers are turning to. And you can use those anywhere that you use the bulbs we grew up with.
Very good stuff. And I don't know, there's something about a light store, and I don't know if it's because my father was an electrical contractor, an electrician, that I spent a lot of time in there, but there's always something that I like about light stores.
Well, you should come to our store.
And get a look at this wonderful lamp right here.
Beautiful. That's
with
still
the fish.
Amazing. With the fish,
yes.
Exactly.
Yes, yes.
With the fish.
Beautiful. Just
It
a beautiful
really is
lamp.
beautiful.
I mean, that's a conversation piece.
It is. You won't find it everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not easy to find online. You have to go to a store that happens to carry it. It's not a big company, so it's just not as available as some of the other ones are.
Do you do custom?
In the sense that we can take a lamp and change it. You remember years ago the stiffle lamps, the brass stiffle lamps that everybody had? They were very, very tall.
Yes.
And they had a brass neck that could be as much as 12 inches.
Oh, yeah.
In order to make them better for today's world, we'll cut that candlestick down to whatever they want, put a new shade on it, rewire it, and it fits into the 21st century.
Joanne, could you just turn that the lamp a little bit towards this camera so we can get a good view of it?
Yes.
Thank you.
Again, this carved in the Southwest in New Mexico from rare ironwood. It is a protected species, so they can only carve the branches that fall and are recovered on the desert floor.
That's a great shot.
You've got the bear, and you can see the detail in the fur. The bear has a fish in its mouth. It looks probably a salmon based on what I'm seeing. But it's just such a beautiful handmade lamp that you could get at the lighting place, 4919 Main Street here in Manchester Center. Joanne, just awesome stuff. If that's some of what you've got, it just sounds like a great store.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. I'm glad to be here today.
Thank you, and thank you for your time today. Again, the lighting place at 4919 Main Street right here in Manchester Center, Vermont. Beautiful. Thank you, Joanne.
It really is a nice piece of work.
Thank
you love
you.
that.